Hi, my name is Lauren and welcome to TV 1061. Join our network and broadcast your film live across the continent. Come to our studio and film and stream your TV show, sitcom, and showcase and broadcast it worldwide. Combine multimedia with your live stream. Independent filmmakers show your movie and afterwards interview your cast live. Sponsors, advertisers, I'm talking to you. This is your chance for global exposure. These are exciting times that we're in. Traditional TV is but a thing of the past. TV 1061 is on the Roku platform. Roku is an industry leader in internet TV. It has a viewership of 53 million and counting. It is the most popular and fastest growing internet TV platform. If you are interested in developing and showcasing your movie or show, or interested in coming in as a sponsor or advertiser, please send us your contact information with a brief description of your interest to 1061tv@gmail.com. Thank you. Hi, my name is Lauren and welcome to
a reliable source of CBD products. Introducing Holistic Wellness Boutique, a revolutionary collection of CBD tinctures, CBD topicals, CBD edibles, CBD pet products, and other relevant CBD products that help you incorporate CBD into your everyday lifestyle. The best part? Through our special Radiant Transformations program, Dr. Alea Daniel, PharmD, a well-regarded wellness coach, licensed pharmacist, and the mind behind the idea of Holistic Wellness Boutique, will also introduce you to a healthier lifestyle through proper education, nutrition, and a thorough medication evaluation to make the most of our exemplary CBD products. If you are struggling with a chronic condition, we can help you discover how to live a more holistic lifestyle through wellness coaching and the proper selection of hemp-derived CBD products. Visit holisticwellnessboutique.com to schedule a consultation or order an audacious combination of hemp-derived CBD products that will rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. A reliable source of CBD products. Introducing Holistic Wellness Boutique, a revolutionary collection of CBD tinctures, CBD topicals, CBD edibles, CBD pet products, and other relevant CBD products that help you incorporate CBD into your everyday lifestyle. The best part? Through our special Radiant Transformations program, Dr. Alea Daniel, PharmD, a well-regarded wellness coach, licensed pharmacist, and the mind behind the idea of Holistic Wellness Boutique, will also introduce you to a healthier lifestyle through proper education, nutrition, and a thorough medication evaluation to make the most of our exemplary CBD products. If you are struggling with a chronic condition, we can help you discover how to live a more holistic lifestyle through wellness coaching and the proper selection of hemp-derived CBD products. Visit holisticwellnessboutique.com to schedule a consultation or order an audacious combination of hemp-derived CBD products that will rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit.
Good afternoon. I'm Lieutenant Elmer Horn with Douglas County Sheriff's Office, and we're here at one of our communities, and Sheriff Pounds is here with us. And Sheriff Pounds is very involved in his communities, and he come out. We brought out our grill and our smoker so we can come out and help cook for this community. And Sheriff Pounds himself has come out and helped cook with us, and he's here to cook and help these folks today.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the programs that I call Taking My Community Back. If you don't get out there and get involved in your community, you ain't gonna be able to get it back. And the sad part about it, we losing our young men at such a pace that it's unreal. We got to come up with something that will help us with these children. Got to. So this is what I'm doing. I leveled them out here in the sun. It's hot, but like I said earlier, We're going to do these until we get that gap between law enforcement and the community bridge. We're going to bridge that gap because we're going to get out of here. We're going to shake hands. We're going to find out if they got any kind of problem we can assist them with and invite them to the sheriff's office and come to the roll call. Just come see what's going on at the office. Thank y'all so much for being here.
Thank you, Sheriff Pounds. And like I said, this is just one of many events that we bring this grill out to help with our communities and get involved. I'm here.
You are tuned in to Talk Show Kings on TV 1061. Man, what they gonna do with this black on black crime, man? I'm sick of this. Thank you for watching another edition of Talk Show Kings on TV 1061. We'll be seeing you soon.
Welcome back to another episode of Talk Show Kings. First off, I want to thank Felix Washington, our producer, for giving us this platform. Second of all, I want to thank the city of Douglasville and all the viewers around the world for continuing to watch in every week. And without your support, we wouldn't be here. Also, on that note, we would also like y'all to continue to give us donations so that way we can continue bringing you this show every week. You can do it by Cash App at $TV 1061. That's $TV 1061. That's our Cash App. Now, today we have two great topics for you. The first one we're going to have a continuation of our AI discussion. And the next one we're going to talk about passports. Do you have them? And if you have them, where have you been? But first, let me introduce myself. I'm King Eric, and to my left,
King Ralph.
And I'm King Yaquez.
and together we are
Talk Show Kings.
King
We're
Ralph.
on sync with that one.
I know.
Come on. I had a good weekend, okay? My wife's birthday. I forgot to introduce my brother. I apologize, King Yaquez.
We good.
All right.
All right, let's get into our first topic. A couple of weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, we had this topic talking about AI, but we're going to go ahead and elaborate more on it. We're going to talk about it's basically a continuation, the different types of AI, generative AI, not just the AI that you deal with when you go to Walmart and you're doing your self-checkouts. But because I know there was a lot of focus with a lot of people now. They're scared that AI is going to take over the world. Well, it's taken over a lot of things, but they still need people to maintain it. Some of the AI that you're dealing with, like generative AI, that's your Chat GPT, your DALL-E, your Gemini, your pilot. All of those are things that we use in our business. So take, for instance, you can write a simple email, but you want to make it sound professional. Just type that same email, copy and paste it into Gemini or Chat GPT, and it'll make that. It's a certain code that you give it, a certain command that you give it, and it'll make that email more professional. Send it off.
That's different. Okay. Yeah. You know, I'm glad you're revisiting AI, because I remember the last show we had. It was interesting. I mean, I mentioned a few times when I was a truck driver, I remember they tried to use a computer to drive the truck, and they were talking about over 20, 25 years ago, and they killed somebody. But I just found out recently, this weekend, what I found out is they actually, a woman from out of Carolina was complaining like, I can't believe they're going to start actually using computers, robots basically to start driving trucks across the highway. And I'm shocked because she was kind of upset about it. And what she was upset because she said people done drove for many years and let a robot take their place of driving. So I'm thinking in my mind, what they going to get everybody lose their job and they're going to be all robots that's driving across the USA?
Now, I don't think it's going to be to that extent, especially when it comes to those type of trucks. It's big trucks. I mean, I'm not saying it can't happen, but I know as of right now, just like with Tesla have the cars, but there's still someone in the driver's seat. Now you can put it on what they call autopilot. Manual. Have they got everything? Have they got everything synced and down pat yet? Probably not. It's probably going to take some time for it all to get there, and that doesn't mean that. It also doesn't mean that you're gonna that truck drivers are gonna lose their job, because at the same time, again, there's somebody that has to manually do everything.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I wasn't even thinking that even when I said it, but I thought about it. Why not? I mean, I would hate that could happen to put all the truck drivers out, but if somebody with enough money and get with other owners and say, we can actually rule the highway, and all had those robots. I mean, look at Walmart. We mentioned a couple of weeks ago. We was talking about they spent millions of dollars just to watch people instead of paying their employees. If you go to Walmart today, I mentioned it before, that's no human being. They got one person standing there controlling 7 or 8 lines. One. As you said, all you need is one person. They might, like you say, that may be the idea to manually watch that robot. One person, that means they can shorten your pay. All we just need you just to manually hit the button, make sure everything's right. Because, I like to believe what you're saying, but I can't even predict. Tomorrow is another day if we get there, but that's something to think about there. Just remember, I've said that, and hey, it's something to think about. What you think, buddy?
What I have to think about it is, it's my same stance on the last time we had this conversation. Technology is progressing way too fast. And it's progressing to the point to where we can't even understand it. I mean, yeah, we got people that program these things, but as computers get smarter and smarter, what was that? They had 2 computers talk to each other, and they started talking in their own language that was not known. I'm like, that's scary.
That's crazy.
But we put all our trust into it, though. I mean, yeah, you need one person to manually do things with it, but it is still taking the jobs, of other people, like the ones that drive. It'll take the actual drivers out of the jobs. And all they gotta just pay is one technician to just keep it in service. To them, that's a win-win for them.
What do you do when it's unrepairable and you don't have any backups?
I mean, then that's where that's when they got to come out and
you
spend that money.
You done fired all your your drivers.
Yeah.
So it's just like any other market, just like any other market. So I'm gonna tell you this: a couple of weeks ago, I think it was last week. I was actually standing outside downtown, and they have cars now, like you said, that drive the trucks drive themselves. They have cars with multiple cameras around it that's driving by themselves. That
The normal speeding, like
they just they does everything, and they'll pick its service. I haven't seen it offered here in Atlanta yet, but I know that service has been offered in other cities where that car come pick you up. You'll call an Uber, and that car come pick you up, but there's no driver. Since you said that, but
That'd be a big come up for Uber because they don't have to pay drivers.
yeah, but then again, if we know, like we sit here and we having this discussion, if we know that technology is advancing, what is the best jobs for us to get into to where we know that they're not going to take our jobs? Because AI can't be an electrician. AI can't do plumbing. AI can't do HVAC. Now, there are benefits of using AI in all of those trades. There's benefits of using it, but they can't just do everything that a regular human can do. Like for instance, like with an electrician, when you are running pipe
cables and everything.
and all wire and all of that, drilling the holes in the walls to get through to
But they have
everything.
big computer machines are doing it. You know.
In small tight places, in ceilings, in small tight places where you got to determine which way am I going to run this wire through that'll make sense.
But I still believe that somebody's going to program the computer to do just that. It just all we need is time.
Most of the stuff that's AI generated, we have to give them the information.
Well, is that the same thing as computer science? Because when I was in school, I graduated in the early 80s. And I remember it was saying that this thing, everybody taking computer science. And it's like, man, I ain't doing that. I'm going to do this, work with your hands, and eventually you have to work with that mind soon enough. That's why I see that's taking over a lot of that, computer science. They got it right now. They're giving young people today, they're getting in computer science because
Right.
that's the way of the world.
That's it, because
Are going to be.
they need people in cybersecurity. They need people to actually run the same AI stuff that we're talking about.
Okay.
The same thing. That's why I say with generative AI, like by me being a project manager, there are different apps out there that I could use that manages my schedule, manages my calendar. I just type the name, instead like you go on your phone, instead of going to calendar, I go to the app, I tell it, it'll be my personal assistant. Just tell it to do what I need it to do and it'll just do it.
You don't even have to worry about it.
Don't have to worry about it.
Well, let me ask you something. We all look at television. Some people look at it as a joke. Remember, I had this conversation before. Remember, when we was young, we used to look at, I mentioned that Star Trek, Scotty beam me up, you see people's face. And then all of a sudden, what you said to me earlier, you said, well, it wouldn't be like that in trucking because this and that. When people got that big money, donors, look at Star Trek. Only thing they haven't gotten is they can't beam me over here and beam me there. But you know, you can see people, you talk to them. You can't do the old tricks in the way, sell a dirty joke. I know you called me, I got your number. You know, everything is not a secret anymore. But so, what about Terminator? You watch that? I loved watching Terminator, Starnet, something like that. What do they call it? That they took over the world.
Well,
like you
with
said
that type
earlier,
of
the
future,
computers
like,
speak their own language.
all we need is one piece of computer to exhibit free will thinking, and then it goes downhill from there.
Oh, and now what about we talked about a couple of weeks ago when we talked about they got these women. They're building women. A lot of men say, I don't need to get married. I can go home my computer and my robot. Hey, daddy. Hey, baby. Hard day. All of a sudden you look and it's like, well, it's a computer, but I think I'm in love.
Let's see that again. that's just appealing to everybody. It's appealing to certain people's fantasies. That's what they're doing because of the money. But if using AI ethically is just using it to be beneficial in your job. Now, again, they're coming up with different things every single day. Something new is coming out.
Exactly.
I mean, you see that with the
Computers?
Tesla trucks.
Yes. Didn't they have a problem? Didn't they even have a recall on that? A lot of them?
Yep.
Because it was burning up or something.
Yeah, it was something in the back that was falling off. The bumper or something was coming off of it.
I said, what kind of Tesla was the one that the auto drive failed on it?
It was just that one was when they came out with the Tesla.
Oh, okay.
That was when they, yeah. So, I mean, it's a lot. I see even on Instagram and all types of social media where people are just filming themselves, just letting the car just drive by itself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if that's what it's designed for, then hey. But I don't know if I could do it all the time. Not like that. Would I try it on the open road? Probably so. I'd probably try it. But would I try it in traffic? Nope.
No.
Because what if it don't stop?
I mean, my wife have an issue. She don't even like to mess with cruise control. It's no problem to me. I don't want to do that because the traffic going so fast. You know how people stop real quick? But now the cars they build today, because she have a 2023, you know it slows down automatic. I see the trucks does that also. But then again, something about this, a lot of the trucking companies are going from the stick shift to manual now. You know, they're doing automatic because there's been a lot of guys tearing up the
transmissions.
Yeah. So they look like you look at the commercials, trucks are turned over, inexperienced guys. I was driving for 15 years. I thank God I never had accidents. I've been around people who had them, but that goes to that too. So you think about it. So that's computers because the car literally stops. It slows down.
See, and yeah, that's another thing that they're doing. I mean,
computers.
Even with the fact of some of the newer vehicles now, when you back up, the backup assist. You can get out the car and it'll parallel park for you.
Exactly.
So I mean, it's interesting to see. Can it happen? It can. Do I think it's going to happen in the next 5 years? Probably not.
You know what?
Probably not.
Money talks. I would agree with you, but I don't know the future. But I do know one thing. I see what's coming. People are giving you the experiments. Did you guys see about the flying car?
Yep.
They got in a helicopter, but then they didn't show you a lot. They had some accidents with that thing. Thing done dive down and cause accidents. They don't tell you all that. Show this one guy come out the office room, he passing all the traffic up. In your mind, oh man, I like to have that car. But everybody know aviation ain't no joke. You up there and everybody down there. Anything malfunction, computers.
But
You done for.
Let me ask you this. Besides driving, what other jobs do you feel that AI is going to take over? Besides driving, customer service, and
I mean, it could take over literally anything like the cartoon industry. Nowadays, you don't need, back then you had people paper animating and everything. You don't even need, somebody to draw out cartoons no more. Like, you got AI that does
You're
it.
right.
And wait a minute, and also the voice. You
Yeah.
don't need celebrity voice
that's-
impressions.
That's that. But they trying to make a law on that too, so that way actors and celebrities won't have their voices.
That's right.
Yeah, used.
Because I lived in Sacramento about 26 years ago. I remember went to the Kings game, and they had Barry White's voice. Kings rule. And they paid him like $20,000. Now, like you say, what I need to pay for the cow, I can get the thing free, The music, even downloading music now. Is anybody even pulling up movies? I was speaking to someone at the barbershop, this little kid about Fat Albert. He said, who is that? Little 6-year-old kid. I pulled it up on my phone. He's like, wow. But the lady say, I have the videotapes. Nobody not buying DVD anymore.
No, this is the digital age. Like,
Right.
I never thought I'd come to the point to where DVDs are about to be
Extinct.
obsolete.
Yes.
Like, I mean, I got like at home, I got a shelf full of DVDs, no DVD player.
Same
to play
here, I'm
'em,
guilty.
but I just did digital everything.
But I go back further than that. I used to see these rum, the big old 45, or the 45 is small. What that was, a 32? No, 32 is the big one. So everything is changing.
Yeah, everything is changing, and then it's going to continue to change. It's going to continue to change. So right now, we just have to, in order to make it in this digital and different technology, we just have to find careers that's going to be
But what about
focused
guys in our
around that.
age? It's like, if you will, everybody don't have the same temperament of saying, well, I'm going to study this. And I got to say this before I finish, guys. We're asking anybody to call in and they want to chime in on what we are talking about. It could be an interesting conversation. So please call in right now. We want to hear what you got to say. And you can't say nothing crazy. Not saying anything. That's crazy. So what you were saying, my brother?
You was saying something.
Well, I cut you off, and I was want you to. But let me tell you something. I think people are scared of the future because they're not used to that. You're waking up, brushing your teeth, going to the bathroom, do what you got to do. When you look at those movies that I used to watch, Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and a lot of, and you watch it hit a button, everything right there. They brushing your teeth, everything. Then it's like, then they get in this car, they sitting back there, the car bringing them everywhere. When you just said earlier to me, you don't think that, and I don't believe it will happen the next 5 years. I can meet you with that, but I'm telling you, I didn't think about that. By me saying that, they can control the highways if we have 1,000 drivers over here, or we don't need you. They got these guys going 55 miles an hour, and then they compute. I mean, we spoke about this. You go to Sam's Club. My wife and I literally watched the robot. It was cleaning the floor. I just stood there. It stood there. Then it started backing up, and then we talked about. We said earlier they got computers unloading trucks now. That's the job there. I mean, how many people in Walmart now? You all experienced it, right? How many times you see them long lines? You got one person and she watching 8, 9 machines. They're saving a lot of money.
Well, how many times we done been to Walmart before they had those machines, and it was only, you got 12 lines, but only 3 of them open, and all the lines is packed.
That's what I'm talking about.
So
now,
I mean,
but they just starting to remodel those stores. I went to Kroger's the other day. Same thing. I'm starting to look at these things. God, things have changed, and people not used to it. And that's why I was reaching out to people right now, in Georgia and around the globe, that, hey, call in if things that's on your mind that you want to say. So I know that's interesting right now, because now we got the Uber. And remember I told you this. I think you said it was an Uber driver that was doing that computer that you seen in Atlanta?
No, it was, I don't know the name of the service,
Okay.
but I've seen it before. It's something like Uber, but they have this. You could look at the car. It's a white, I want to say it's a white Mercedes or something like that, with a lot of cameras on the tops and the sides.
I want to see that. Curious. That gonna be interesting. That'd be interesting to see. I mean, it's like I say, I'm one to say, man, I don't like change, but it is what it is. Go with the
We're
flow.
forced to adapt or get left behind.
Huh? What is it?
With technology, we're either forced to adapt or get left behind.
I mean, we already behind. Look at Japan.
I was gonna say
Oh
China.
yeah, but it is the city of the future though. So
Everything that Japan does is like, I used to sit there and think that if you see it in movies, it's out there.
Okay, that's what I just said earlier.
I know.
Terminator.
If you see it in movies, it's out there. Japan, they living in 2050 right now.
yeah,
We're still in 2024 or 2023. So I mean, they living beyond us.
they got restaurants that don't even have waiters or waitresses.
Oh man, I heard about that. And what about the train? Who had that? China? It does 100 miles an hour.
But that's Japan.
Japan.
That's
Bullet
Japan.
Oh my God.
That train, yeah.
We are behind technology. Man.
And we're slowly and it's sad because we supposed to be the best country.
The richest country in the world, right? Yeah,
But-
I mean, we go to Olympics and win sports, but really, technology, we're behind.
Right. But again, let's just go back to the generative AI part of it. You said that talking about the cartoons and everything. Yeah, it's an app, DALL-E. It'll draw whatever it is you wanted to draw. Gemini will draw whatever it is you wanted to draw.
Right.
So I mean, I get it. I understand. I mean, now there's copyrights on certain things that they can't draw now.
Yeah.
Because I know I've tried to have it draw X-Men character and it said nope. So there are copyrights on that. So now on certain ones, I don't know about. Well, it was just on the 2 that I tried. Now I don't know about any other ones. That's
When you go to the mall and take a
past
picture,
that.
you can't use that for advertising, a regular picture. And you're right about that. It's copyright, and you got to get permission from them.
Right.
So you're right about that.
So it's just a lot. It's a lot. I use ChatGPT. I use Gemini, Poe. I use those.
Are these apps?
Yeah, these are apps.
Now with that Chat GPT, is it where I keep hearing people can have full blown conversations with the AI on that?
You can.
I mean, what?
You just like your phone. You can have conversations with Siri. You can have conversations with with Bixby, with Google.
See, I never knew that.
Yeah, you got Amazon. You can have conversations with with
I mean,
Alexa.
I know you could ask a crazy question and
Yep.
we'll answer it, but
Exactly.
full blown conversations.
I bet my daughter did that. Asked Alexa, what do you say, the government listening to me or something like that, and she never answered. That was the computer never answered back. Am I being spied upon? And it got quiet. You know, so that make you think too. You know,
But-
so
Listen, even with Alexa, you know, you have Alexa at your house, and if a murder or some type of crime happened in the house, it's recording all the time, so they can use that information. They can take that device, whatever you have that Alexa on attached to, they can take that device and use it.
that's like the doorbells.
Ring doorbells.
Same thing. That's something because they said try to say it was illegal to do that, but if it's in a crime, they say we can use that.
Oh yeah, if it's in a crime,
You
yeah,
know.
they can use it all. They can take your phone right now if they feel like your
That's
phone
right.
was somewhere near a crime
And then
scene.
you can sue, but then again, you're in a long line. You know, so that is so true there. So we don't basically have any privacy.
We never did have privacy.
Ever since that law came about where Big Brother was watching you,
Yeah, a
they had
long
that
time ago.
Long time ago, it was over with.
Shoot,
Yes.
like that,
It was
what's
done.
that movie, Snowden? Have y'all seen that?
No,
It's
That's
about this guy that worked in the CIA, and he became a whistleblower for one of their programs they were making that were spying through any type of camera that you have. If it had a camera and attached to the internet, it could go through and watch you.
dang, dang,
And
that's
he
your
was-
own phone.
And right now he's living in Russia because he cannot come back to the
Oh,
States.
I remember that incident. Yeah, and he didn't. They didn't release him, and you know, I know he couldn't. He wanted to come back to America. They're gonna arrest him if he comes
Yeah.
back. Yes, I remember that.
So it's a lot of different AI tools.
But so you
That's
deal with a lot of
beneficial.
computers. Then are you into computers heavy? Doing
Yes.
what you do?
Yes.
Mm.
Yes. And they even have it to where you can write programs. Now I've tried to write
Crazy.
a program using it. I've done it. I've used it on PowerPoint presentations.
My goodness.
That's why I say it's beneficial to use it. It can make your job a whole lot easier. And on that note, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be back with our second topic. Stand by.
Hi, I'm Chief Gary Sparks with the Douglasville Police Department. Today we want to give you some safety tips concerning traffic stops. Take a look.
So you look in your rearview mirror and see flashing blue lights. What do? Remain calm. Yield to the right and pull your vehicle over into an off-road area that is safe for both you and the officer. Put your car in park. Remove your foot from the brake and turn the radio off. Remain in your vehicle. Have your driver's license readily available for the officer. Keep your hands on the steering wheel, visible for the officer at all times. If you need to retrieve any items from the interior, explain what you're reaching for to the officer and avoid any sudden movements. Rolling the window down completely establishes a level of trust with the officer and allows for ease of interaction during the routine traffic stop. Be courteous and polite. Be cooperative and willing to follow the officer's instructions. During a routine traffic stop, the officer will return to his vehicle to run the tag and driver's license verification and complete a citation if one is necessary. Once the officer returns and approaches your vehicle, whether or not a citation or warning is issued, please remain calm, courteous, and cooperative. Sign the citation acknowledging you agree to appear in court, and do not dispute the citation with the officer. The officer will give you a court date to explain or defend your infraction.
Okay, ma'am. Like I told you, I did clock you at 51 in a 35 mile per hour speed zone. I did issue a citation, okay? This here is going to be your court date. I just need a signature from you stating that you received a copy of this citation, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Here's your driver license.
Thank you.
Along with a copy of the citation, okay? Do you have any questions or concerns for me?
No, sir.
Okay, well, you have a nice day, okay?
Thank you,
Thank
too.
you.
Following these few simple steps will help ensure a safe interaction for both you and the officer.
I hope these few tips help you as it relates to dealing with law enforcement and traffic stops. Not only in traffic stops, but in all encounters with law enforcement. We hope that all our encounters are safe for the citizens as well as for our officers. Again, we want you to be safe, and if you have any problems with the Douglasville Police Department, don't hesitate to give us a call and make your concerns known. I would add that Georgia is a right to carry state, and we hope that if you are carrying, that on these traffic stops and all encounters, please let the officer know that you are carrying. This will ensure your safety and our officers' safety. Thank you, may God bless you, and may God keep our community safe. We are one.
You are tuned in to Talk Show Kings on TV 1061.
Man, what they gonna do with this black on black crime, man? I'm sick of this. Thank you for watching another edition of Talk Show Kings on TV 1061. We'll be seeing you soon.
You are tuned in.
Welcome back to the second part of our show. Our next topic, we're going to talk about passports. Ooh. Do you need them? Do you have them? And if you do you travel? I know that I haven't gotten my passport yet. I'm getting one this year. Don't do that. Don't do that. I just haven't had a need for it yet. But I will be getting my passport this year because I plan on taking a lot of trips next year. But other than that, do you have your passport?
You know what? I was actually giving. I want to say this. I was giving King Eric a hard time because I have never owned a passport. I was laughing because my wife has a passport, and my cousin, and I'm like, what the hell is I doing? You know, and I think nobody want to say this out loud. I think black people are really scared of having a passport, going to another country, and not knowing. I guess it scares us when you see things on television, like you go to this country, you got to watch out for this, you got to take these shots here, this and that. But no, I wasn't teasing. I was having fun with you because no, I never had a passport, but I'm actually getting a passport this year also.
Right, I knew you didn't have a passport. That's
You said
why.
passport.
Yeah, same thing.
Get out of here.
Password, passport.
You know what? I was waiting for this, brother. I got a passport. Oh, that's my tissue. Sorry.
My wife has a pass. She got her passport this year. Matter of fact, she'll be going to Africa next week.
Oh, get out of here.
So, well, at the end of the week, she'll be leaving on the 30th, going to Africa. So,
does she have to take shots? Because I know
yes,
people had to go there and take a lot of shots.
She had to take shots.
Yes, I heard of that.
And but I'll be getting mine, and I'll be going somewhere next year.
But it's no haste on anyone, and I'm just funning up here, having a good time. But it's good to have one, and I'm definitely going to get one. But I remember people I know personally went there and said take shots because remember when Barack Obama was president, and they had that what was that thing came over there? What they call it? It was a sickness, that bug.
West Nile?
Not something like the West Nile, but they had a name for it. 2 people died that year, and when Trump took over, everybody was dying. You know, we died, but he didn't. They stopped it. They did a good job. The West Nile, you're right, but it had a park. She told me that my friend of mine, a pastor, went there. She said those people, they get bit by the bug all the time. If we were bitten by it, we could die. And it's because when you are immune to that, you know, like we get a mosquito bite, and say somebody come from another country, never had any mosquitoes, they get bit, they can actually something in their blood, and that's why I asked you about those shots, because she told me about that. They gotta get a lot of shots, and I'm telling you, I'm one to say that I respectfully like the idea that you said you're going. I am definitely getting mine this year because, you know, you got one life.
Right.
And saying, I wish I would have did this and your deathbed, I got to do that.
What about you, King Jacquez?
I got my passport last year, and it's a different feeling having a passport because I felt like once I had that little blue book in my hand, it felt like the world opened up to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, you just came off out of the country, right?
Yes, I did. I just came back from the Dominican Republic. I mean, I had a blast out there, fun times, and it's a different experience. Just
it's a different world.
Different world out there. Like the biggest thing I seen out there was it was on Saturday. In the middle, like there's a row of bars, and you had somebody having church in the middle of the street on a stage while people just around there drinking.
What?
And I was like, I've never seen this before. Like,
oh
this
my
is
God.
something new.
Amen.
I'm like in the middle of the street just having church and just bars just operating regularly.
Wow, that's different.
Yeah. And I was like, this is different. Never seen that before, and it tripped me out. And like, you're gonna see a lot more stuff that like you are not used to seeing. You know, one thing you got to get a grip about in your head though is the health codes is not the same around the world. So you might be in another country and the health codes is lower than the ones here.
Oh, these standards, okay.
Yeah, they're standards. So you got to just keep that in mind.
Right, and then I know that in some places, not to cut you off, but in some places, the women can't dress a certain way.
Yeah.
Overseas.
Yeah, a woman can't dress a certain way, or you can't even
like
hold
Muslims,
hands.
Huh? India?
Like Dubai, you know, any Muslim type territory.
Yep.
No holding hands, no public display of affection.
Oh, they don't do that over there?
No.
Get out of here.
You've been to Dubai?
No, I think my father had. No, he's planning a trip to the Dubai, and I asked him, get me a shot glass from the Dubai. Nope. Can't even get a shot glass.
Whoa.
Well, I know Floyd Mayweather was detained over in Dubai not too long ago.
Really?
One of his people in his entourage stole $5 million worth of jewelry, and they told him that.
Whoa.
Yeah, they told him, no, sir, you cannot board that plane.
$5 million?
Yes, sir.
Are you
Yes,
crazy?
sir. So, I remember back when, I want to say it was right before COVID or a little after COVID. It's not over, but a little after we started going back, there was a lot of people saying that they were getting their passports.
Yeah.
And they were going to
Travel out of the country.
travel out of the country a lot. And then it was some people detained. There was a lot of people being detained overseas. And they wouldn't let them leave, come back.
Yeah.
So I think that was part of the reason why people was getting scared to get their passports.
One thing, sorry to cut you off, but one thing people need to realize, utilize the internet, because there's a website, I can't remember the website off the top of my head, but there's a website that lets you know in every country what levels there are. You got level 1, which is you don't have to worry about crime, to a level 4, do not travel. Like, say, Dominican Republic and Haiti are right next to each other. Dominican Republic is a level 3 right now. That means just use the exercise caution. But it's pretty much safe. While Haiti is a level 4, do not travel.
Yeah, I heard that. It was kidnapping people.
Kidnapping people. So you just got to look at the advisories. You know, if it's anywhere under a 4, you're good to go.
I'm glad you're saying that. That makes people think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what made me actually find out about that was because what was the 2-3 years ago? You had some tourists. One girl was going to go get a BBL, and her cousins and everybody went with her in Matamoros, Mexico.
Yeah, I remember that.
They got abducted.
Killed, right?
Yeah,
somebody got killed. Yeah,
that's when I found out about the travel advisory, and that Matamoros.
They thought they was with the culture. They claimed they thought they was.
Yeah.
And they said
it said on the advisory that part of Mexico is a level 4. Do
that's
not
true.
travel.
I had a friend of mine went a part of Mexico and got something done.
Yeah, so it's all about wherever place you're trying to go to, make sure you know where the U.S. Embassy is at, and keep watch over that travel advisory.
Well, I have to say this. Excuse me. Remember the basketball? The girl went over there, and she was caught with something.
With a marijuana vape pen, something Griner.
Brittany
Griner, yeah.
Yeah, and she's made a statement. She said, I ain't never going back over there. But she lived over there for years. She lived there.
Yeah, she played basketball.
And that is so weird. And that makes people a little conscious of what I respect. And I would never say, ooh, Kingy, I would never go. No, everybody got to go with their own field. But that's the only thing that had me a little leery. Now, Thailand, I hear people talk about there and going to I don't even know if they talk about going to China. I think Japan might be better going.
Yeah, I want to. Those are some places I want to visit: Japan, Thailand.
See, I'm gonna be a kid in the candy store if I go to Japan.
I want to visit Italy, Greece. Those are places where I want to go. Brazil.
Yeah, Brazil's a place I want to go. Colombia.
Yeah, you guys remember John Singleton?
Yes.
Remember, he took a trip out of the country. He was bit by an insect. Came back. He died not too long after that. But he been dead. That's the one with Boys in the Hood, right? Yep. He got bitten by. That's what I be in my mind.
But see, you can't let that set you back.
And I agree. But at the same
time,
time,
bit by stuff here and there.
Well, that's true too. They have a girl not too far, a few years back, in her own backyard in up Interstate 20. She was bitten something. It was flesh eating the virus.
Right.
In her backyard. That's true too.
Right. So I mean, it's danger everywhere.
Yeah. But then again, people don't both things in this country too.
But one thing is, and I saw this when I was in the Dominican Republic. You got people that come into the country don't know how to act, flashing money. One thing you got to do when you're a guest in these people's country, one thing you need to do what the locals do. That's one tip I got to give somebody. Do what the locals do. Because if you do anything out of the ordinary, you're putting the target on. Yeah, you're setting yourself up, putting the target on your back.
That's deep. Before you say anything else, I want to say I'd be remiss if I don't say this. Please, you look on the Cash App. was up there. We need your donations to keep this show going. We ask for your help. And I have to say this, at TV 1061, we does a lot of screening, and we asking if anybody interested in and wanting to take acting classes. You can look at the number on the screen because we're going to be opening it up really soon. So we're trying to get people, because Lionsgate is going to be, I may have say, they're opening right now, and they're looking for talent, and getting the experience here at TV 1061 can surely help you. So just want to keep that open right now. I'm sorry, guys. Are you going what y'all was saying?
Well, I agree. You want to do what the locals do. I mean, you don't want to get caught out there flashing money like people. People flash money here. I mean, you flash money here, you liable to get hit upside the head.
Right.
So imagine if you go to one of these countries that don't have the same type of economy as we do, and you doing all of that. They definitely gonna hit you upside your head.
I see people here taking pictures with money on their sleeve. Look at me, with all these teeth and guns and cash, and they're in jail now.
So let me ask you this: is Dominican the only place you've been? The DR the only place you've been?
So far, I got so far, the DR is the only place I've been to. I got more like places I want to go, but I mean, I loved it there.
But you got the first thing that right now we don't have.
The passport.
Exactly. You got to get that.
One thing I feel like what stops a lot of people from getting their passports, they make it too, what should I say, difficult to like understand how to get one, because it's, I had to do research on how to get one. I have to have my ID, a photocopy of my ID, my birth certificate, a photo. You got to jump through a lot of hoops just at getting the application done.
I don't know. My wife got hers done real quick. I mean,
that's what I
heard.
Do.
You can go to Walgreens.
Yeah, go to Walgreens, take your photo.
I did all that.
You get the application from the courthouse.
I was gonna say the courthouse.
No, you don't need the application from the courthouse. You can print off the application online now.
I heard you can go online. A friend of mine got that too. But I think the courthouse to me is right there for me.
Yeah, it's right down the street from us. So
but what I needed to bring into the post office was my ID, a photocopy of my ID.
They don't take the snap? I thought they do it at the CVS or Walgreens.
Well, I did take the picture there at Walgreens, but they couldn't use it, so I had to take the picture at the post office.
Oh, okay.
So, like, I mean, you just got to go through hoops, and then.
How long did it take you to obtain that?
Less than 4 months. Well, no less than 3. I mean, 3 to 4 months, you're gonna have it.
How long?
I mean, and then you can pay express. I mean, I think my wife got hers in like a month or two.
Yeah, you got different
real
levels
quick,
to it.
so
Like, well, you could pay express, which it'll come faster, and then if you need one like in 14 days, but you got to prove that you have a flight within that 14 days.
Oh, okay.
And you can get it
that
next
serious.
day.
But I'm saying it right now, Cam. I am getting and obtaining a passport. I'm going to get one. So we say like you said earlier, we're the greatest country on earth, and we do things second class sometimes. And so hey, that's something that's interesting.
But I mean, it is interesting. And another interesting fact is, with a lot of blacks don't want to go overseas. They don't want to get their passports. But I've seen now. Don't get me wrong. When I was working at the airport, I've seen a lot of blacks come through with passports. So it's just that I know that there's still quite a few that doesn't have them and don't want to get them.
A lot. Like I got into conversations with a lot of people. They'd be like, you inspire me to get my passport. Why haven't you already got one? Like, I love having the feeling of I could go anywhere around the world now. And that's an amazing feeling to have. We got a caller.
We got a call. Hold up. Hey, Talk Show Kings. Can I help you? And who's calling anyway?
Hi, this is Sean. I was letting you know about the passport. You don't have to jumping through all the hoops as much as you think you do now. All you have to do is once you have your birth certificate and your ID. All you have to do is go down to the courthouse. They do the picture. They do everything. It took like 15 minutes for me to get my passport.
Oh, there you go.
It came back in 2 to 3 weeks.
What?
And it did not take all that. It doesn't take that. It may have been like that, but it's not like that anymore. It doesn't take that long to get a passport.
How much did it cost you for everything?
For the passport, it costs $136 dollars for it, and then $15 for the picture, and it's all done at the courthouse. The money order, you have to have a money order in order to do the passport. But as far as the picture, you can use your credit card, Cash App, or whatever. But you got to have a check or a money order for the passport. That's the only way that they'll take it.
Well, the big question is, have you traveled out of the country yet?
I will this Friday. I'll be going to Ghana.
Whoa, that's a big one. No wonder you call. You're excited, aren't you?
I am very excited.
Well, you ain't got to say it like that just because we don't have a passport.
Well, I'm saying it because I want to encourage you to go and get it. It's not that difficult. You're not going to make things hard because the experience is worth every bit of going to the courthouse, and you literally can do everything at the courthouse.
Okay, so how long are you going out of the country for?
A week.
And promise us you're going to call the show back one day and say, hey, even though we might be on a different segment, to say, I went on that trip, and you're going to tell us about it?
I will.
All right, then. I like that. We hope you continue calling us. Any guys want to ask a question, guys?
Oh, good.
No, I'm good.
Hey, we want to thank you for calling, okay?
No problem.
Hey, have you been listening to our show a lot?
I have, every Sunday.
Ooh, we're excited now.
Oh,
Okay, we
thank you,
appreciate
thank
that. Thank
you.
you so much.
You're welcome.
So, hey, and thank you. Call again now. The next caller calling in, please call in right now. We're here waiting on you because anybody have any other experiences? We would like. That was a good acknowledgement right there. I mean, so you and I got nothing to worry about.
Oh no,
you get it real quick. 3
Real quick.
weeks, huh?
3 weeks. Hey, I wonder if that was. You should have asked it. Was that express, or was it just?
Yeah, because I had to wait 3 months.
Really?
Yeah, I had to wait 3 months for mine.
Yeah, she said, but you know what I like what she said? A money order.
Yeah.
Yeah, money order for the passport, and I think 15. Or you can
15
use
for
your
the
debit for
photo.
your picture, your photo. That's good to know. A money order. So I'm good to go. The courthouse, and that's up the street, like less than 10 minutes from me, I think.
Now, do you think about? What do you think about not only just having your passport, but getting a dual citizenship in other places?
Never thought about
Dual
that. That's a good one.
citizenship? I don't know about a dual citizenship. I might want to just keep my citizenship and just apply for a residency visa. You know, because I want the choice. Like me, I have plans on later on and down in life moving out the United States, but I don't want to give up my citizenship just because.
No, you're not going to give up your citizenship. You'll have dual citizenship. So, like, you can have
I heard
citizenship
dual.
here.
Yeah.
You can have citizenship in what, Africa or any other country. I mean,
That's
but
something to think
you'll
about,
just
E.
have
That's a
dual
good question.
citizenship.
I look into that.
But I would say it might be depending on, because I know some places got requirements you got to do. Like Japan, you got to send your fingerprints to the FBI and stuff. So you got to go through things. But I mean, having a dual citizenship is not bad.
I don't think so.
You've thought about that?
I mean, I thought about it. Where would I have dual citizenship at, though? Probably Japan for me.
Well, like you say, you traveling and you don't know. You might say, hey, because I think you got back and you said you loved it there. It was
I love it there. Yeah.
I know I want to go to Japan, and that's where I
heard Thailand is off the chain too. I mean, I have family members went there and they said they loved it. Matter of fact, my cousin spoke.
I know Thailand. That's where ain't that where the army bases?
Yeah, I think it is. Yes.
Okay.
It's Kappa. Forgot that name. That I know what you're talking about, but that's interesting. I like that. So hey, for anybody else out there want to call in, you know, hey, we want to hear your experiences, and please, you see the number on there. Please, we need your donation to keep this show going, because guess what? We're in the city of Douglasville, and right now, and this is basically your studio, and you're supporting us. Hey, everything is asked. If you want to send $1, fine, to $1 million. You won't get no complaints out of me.
No, that's right. $1 million, we would happily accept,
and we would get our passports today, righty? No, but it's not going for us.
That's not going to us. That's going to the studio.
It's going to the studio, and it's helping things, charity events also around here. So anybody got some young people want to call in, as I said earlier, about acting classes, please don't hesitate. The doors are open. Just call. You got the number on the screens, and someone will speak to you and tell you when the next opening classes are.
Yeah. I think I'll get my kids some passports too.
Really?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I recommend anyone to get it because it opens up your horizons, the way of thinking. Like once you get on that plane to your very first destination, your style of thinking starts changing when you come back. So you become a new person.
How long did it take you to fly there? Just curious.
I had to fly to Miami and then there, so like total flying up in the air maybe about 4 hours.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But the hardest thing was I had like a 4-hour layover in Miami.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I heard of some people flying like 16 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think it's 10 hours to go from just to go to Africa? To go from here to New York, then you go from New York to Africa. It's
Korea.
10 hours.
She was a teacher in Korea. I heard a lot of hours, but they said the plane is so huge. It's
yeah, they're called Airbuses.
Mm-hmm. So big.
So when you go to those, when you go like to Japan, Korea, and stuff like that, you're on an Airbus. So it's like some of those are double decker.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's like
so many compartments you can go to, and hey, I wouldn't say a club, nothing, but maybe a bar. Maybe I'm thinking. I don't know. I can have an experience. If you have experienced it, call in right now. We want to know people that actually went out of the country, and we want to thank the sister calling in, for telling us about her experiences. I pray she have a safe journey there and back. If anybody else want to call in, please call in and give your experiences right now. Oh, before I forget, just to let you guys know, I forget this, we have a special guest next week. And she works with she's work at the county clerk office at the courthouse. And with her, I mean, tell you something, with this woman right here, Lionsgate probably would never open if she didn't put her signature down on it. So we want you to catch us. We have a surprise guest. We're going to keep it under wraps right now. Next week, we have a special guest here. I'm sorry, going back to you, E.
I mean, it ain't going to be a surprise now.
Well, I didn't say her name.
It's what you said. We're going to have a special guest. It's not going to be a surprise anymore.
That could be Michelle Obama visiting.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Right.
After that speech at the DMC, she's not going to be here, I don't think.
Well, it's fine. But we want to thank everyone for joining in today and listening in to us. We want to thank the caller. And it's time for us to leave for today. So we'll see you next week. And everyone have a great week.
Peace.
Man, what they gonna do with this black on black crime, man? I'm sick of this. Thank you for watching another edition of Talk Show Kings on TV 1061. We'll be seeing you soon.